Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rachel and today we're making hamburger buns because it's still the pantry challenge. We're nearing the end. I'm getting excited to go grocery shopping, but we're still in the pantry challenge. And so I'm making hamburger buns because tomorrow we are having hamburgers for dinner. They're like my husband's all-time favorite meal. So Paisley's not so much. That's gonna be an argument, but oh well. So anyways, I thought I would bring you along with me while I make these buns. If I can find the recipe, I will link it down below. Otherwise, I'll link this cookbook. It is the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook, and it is on page 152. So I'm not gonna give exact measurements because I don't know like the rules for that, but I'll link it down below if I can find it. So over here in this saucepan on the stove, I have a mixture of milk, butter, and sugar. It's gonna scald. And then over here in this mixing bowl, I have a mixture of flour and yeast. So I have never made rolls like this before. I've made hamburger buns before, but not like this. This recipe calls for eggs, which is what I was looking for, because when I was bringing the eggs in from the chicken coop this morning, I cracked one because I forcibly set it down on the counter. So I am trying not to have to give it to the dog. So I'll be successful. Anyways, I'm gonna get this going. Okay, I brought the milk mixture up to 120 degrees, which is what the recipe says. And now I'm going to add it to the flour and yeast mixture and also the 2 eggs. I also kept shutting off the mixer and scraping down the sides with the spatula, and then I also added about 3 cups of flour to the batter to make a stiff dough. Okay, here's my dough ball. I let the mixer do all of the kneading. So I have some vegetable oil in my bowl, and let me point you down here. So I'm just going to put my dough ball in the oil, turn it so the oil is coating the ball. Then I'm going to cover it and let it rest in a warm place. So I'm just going to keep it on top my stovetop with a flour sack towel on top. So that's the first step. Yay! It's been about an hour and the dough has risen. So next it says to punch the dough down, turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface, and then I'm gonna divide the dough into 12 pieces, cover and let rest for 10 minutes. So sound. Woo. Okay. 12 pieces. So I'm gonna cut it into 3. No, shoot, I should cut it into 4. That's what I should do. I hope I'm not ruining it. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Okay, cut it into 4. So half, and then each half into half. Man, my table is getting wobbly. This is tough dough. Okay, now I'm going to cut each one into 3 pieces, as even as I can get them, and then I'm going to let them rest. We'll let them rest for 10 minutes. Okay, they have rested for 10 minutes. Now it says, 4 hamburger buns, shape each piece into a ball, tucking edges under. Place on greased baking sheet. Using your fingers, slightly flatten balls to 4 inches in diameter. So we're gonna turn. Okay, so here's my greased baking sheet, and I'm gonna press it just like that. They've been rising for a half an hour. They did raise a little bit. Now I'm going to preheat the oven at 375 and bake for about 14 minutes. Okay, it's time to pull them out. I'm pretty excited. They look good, they smell good. I'm gonna butter the tops. I have some, like 2 tablespoons of butter here that I had getting hard in the fridge. Just gonna rub it all on there. Hopefully getting too crusty, but the kids are medium. They're pretty big though. They are pretty big. Alrighty. 12 hamburger buns. There we go. Next up, I decided to make some zucchini bread from the Pioneer Woman Cook's cookbook called Come and Get It. This zucchini bread, if I can find it on like the Food Network or something, I will link it below. But it was super easy and it came together really quickly. The kids ended up really liking this recipe. My oldest boy, Rob, is like the zucchini bread connoisseur, and he really enjoyed this recipe. So I will be making this recipe for zucchini bread from now on, as long as I have zucchini. But unfortunately, that was my last little bit of zucchini out of the freezer from last harvest. So hopefully this year I will be able to grow some. Last year I failed at that, and it was very sad. So as you can see, it had me mix all the wet ingredients together with the sugar to make sure that that dissolved all the way, and then it has you mix in the dry ingredients with the spices and then combine everything together. But this recipe was super easy and it had very common ingredients in it. So after I was done mixing everything together, I just poured them into my greased loaf pans. These loaf pans I got from my grandma, and I have no idea how long she had those. They're pretty old though. I know that I looked for them before and I can't find them anywhere, like they're not really for sale anymore. But as I said earlier, this recipe was quickly voted unanimously that they love this zucchini bread. So if you all like recipe videos like this or watching me cook, just give me a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!